From Storm Team 4, this is a weather alert.
Good afternoon. I'm Natalie Pasquarello. We are staying on top of Tropical Storm Isaias racing through the tri-state. You see behind me, it has caused significant damage, leaving thousands without power. Let's get you up to speed. We just got word New Jersey Transit rail service suspended system-wide. That's due to overhead wire and some signal issues out there. Tickets will be cross-honored on PATH, NJ Transit, buses, and light rail. All right, let's get you to some live pictures here. Point Pleasant Beach on the Jersey Shore. Right now, listen to these numbers. Governor Murphy says more than 784,000 customers are without power across the state. Let's give you another live look now. This is Kennedy Airport. You can see the cam shaking. Their wind gusts were clocked at 70 miles an hour, and that was just a few minutes ago. We want to get right on over to Storm Team 4's Matt Brickman. Matt?
Yeah, Natalie, actually within the last hour, we've had a 78-mile-an-hour gust, so hurricane-force winds out in Farmingdale, and a 78-mile-an-hour gust in Battery Park as well. The storm is moving fast, and it's also spinning up a couple of tornadoes. We do have an active tornado warning right now in Fairfield County. The storm is located right around Danbury and moving quickly northwest at 75 miles an hour. That gives you an idea just how quickly these storms are moving. That was set to expire at 2:15. The storm will continue to push off that direction, moving up closer to Poughkeepsie, but it looks like it is starting to weaken a little bit at this time. Give you an idea, some of the towns that are in line: Pauling by 2:02, Lake Carmel by 2:05, Beekman 2:08, into Stormville by 2:10, and then East Fishkill by around 2:13 or so. We're seeing those bands of heavier rain as well, moving through. Not a ton of thunder and lightning, but just west of Cortland, you can see a pocket of some very heavy rain there, moving up by Blooming Grove and closer to Middletown. You've got some very heavy rain. The wind, though, the big story throughout the afternoon. You can see the center of rotation right around Clinton right now, and those gusts 40 to 50 miles an hour, 55 miles an hour right now in White Plains, and that has been responsible for many of those power outages. You just heard that eye-popping number, right? 784,000, over 100,000 customers without power in Monmouth County, over 100,000 folks without power down in Ocean County as well, and those strongest winds are just moving north now. So a lot of these communities with fewer power outages for the moment will likely see more and more develop as that storm continues to move north and those stronger winds push our way. Rain should be done by about 4 or 5 o'clock, but we'll see those stronger winds with us well into the evening hours. Again, keep a close eye on this tornado warning right here and give you another update on whether the storm's out here coming up in just a couple of minutes.
All right, Matt, thanks so much keeping us posted. Let's go out to News 4's Adam Cooperstein, who is in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Adam, we understand there's been a building collapse there behind you.
Yeah, Natalie, a scary scene right here on Bedford Avenue between North 5th and 6th, the heart of Williamsburg. You can see here behind me the top 2 floors of this building here collapsing to the ground. All that debris smashing down onto that car in front of it, that Dodge Charger right there. At this point, we don't believe there are any known injuries. There are fire and police on the scene, though, prepared with stretchers, looking through the rubble now to see if there may have been anybody inside. The good news is it appears to be one of those mixed-use buildings, but not in use at the moment. That's what a man who works next door just told me. Also spoke to, if you take a look here at some of the video from before, spoke to somebody who witnessed this scene just a few doors down. There's pizza shops, there's juice places, everything's open here in the middle of Williamsburg, right? 1 block from the Bedford L station. And I talked to a witness from a pizza shop on the corner who happened to be outside. Here's how he described the moment.
It just collapsed out of nowhere, and then next thing I know, I just heard like a boom, like everything just fell down. I don't know if people are inside or anything, I'm not sure, but I hope they're not. It's crazy. They told us to bring everything inside because the hurricane was going to be strong. I didn't know it was going to be this strong, though.
And the Department of Buildings is on scene now investigating. Again, though, top 2 stories of this building. It was built in 1920, an old building. Not sure what caused it to come down, but of course we had those really strong gusts of winds from this tropical storm when that happened about an hour ago. So we'll keep working here to find more information on the scene. Live in Williamsburg and Brooklyn, Adam Cooperstein, News 4 New York.
Yeah, Adam, these winds are no joke. Just glad everybody is okay there. Let's head over to New Jersey. State remains under a state of emergency right now. Take a look behind Brian Thompson. The storm just toppled a home under construction there in Long Branch. Brian.
Yeah, a lot of construction going on in this neighborhood over recent years as it's being redeveloped, and the winds were just too much for the house behind me. It already had a roof on it, according to one person I talked with, but all happening during the noon hour. It just came tumbling down. The construction was such that the frame of the house with the roof on top just couldn't resist the winds that were pushing against it and eventually pushing it onto a house, a one-story house right behind it, causing quite significant damage to the roof of that house. We've actually seen New Jersey natural gas crews on the scene here, and certainly the noise was so much you could hear it a block away.
We heard the wind, obviously, and I heard some things kind of falling over and hitting the ground. I thought it was patio furniture, a couple bigger, louder booms, I guess, and looked out the window after about 5 minutes and saw a fire truck and then saw the house had blown over. So.
Of course, elsewhere across the state, trees have come down on houses, on power lines, on cars, making a total mess. Garden State Parkway has had its issues, both with trees and with a small minivan that was blown over, or I guess it was like a passenger van. A lot of problems across New Jersey still lingering now as we move forward into the afternoon. Live in Long Branch, Brian Thompson, News 4 New York.
Yeah, Brian, I saw a bunch of trees down on my drive-in, too, in Bergen County. All right, thank you. Let's get right back over to Matt Brickman. Matt, I understand we just had another tornado warning in the past couple of minutes here.
Yeah, this one just popped up out on Long Island, and I want to reiterate, if you are in the path of this storm, east end of Long Island, Suffolk County, get to your safe space now, because these storms are moving fast, and you have to take action immediately. Get to an interior room away from windows. Southampton, Hampton Bays, Southold in the line of the storm, moving north right around 65 miles an hour. North Sea, Cobb, Rosegrove, North Haven, Southold, Durling Harbor, and Sterling, all within the next, 10-15 minutes. So you need to get somewhere safe right now. These storms will continue to race onshore, and this is what we've seen earlier over in Fairfield County. That storm has weakened, but it develops, spins up, and then moves on very fast. You don't have a lot of time to react, so please get to the safe part of your home right now. Fairfield County storm looks like that is beginning to weaken. That tornado warning set to expire at 2:15, but frankly, it looks like it's done to me. Heavier bands of rain still moving on to coastal Connecticut and through Fairfield County down by New Canaan. You've got some bands of heavier rain in this storm as well. Yeah, there's the storm that just should expire here in a moment. Heaviest rain staying out west of us. The winds continuing to whip, though, and we'll continue to see that, I think, through the afternoon, evening. Western New Jersey has borne the brunt of the heaviest rain so far. Look at that in Long Valley, almost 5 inches of rain already. Bridgewater about 3 2/3 of an inch, and those winds still whipping as well, 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts. Obviously, we've seen gusts of 70 to 80 miles an hour, and anytime you're seeing winds like that, it can do damage, bring down trees and power lines, which is why we've seen so many power outages so far, and would expect that we'll continue to see those well into the evening. Natalie?
All right, Matt, keeping us posted. We want to pop up a live picture here. The Verrazano Bridge just found out that both levels in both directions closed due to those high winds. You just heard Matt talking about what he's been talking about all day. We are here for you. News 4 is going to guide you to keep you safe throughout this storm. Make sure you download our NBC4 New York app. You can get the latest information, the news alerts sent right to your phone there. So we have you covered. And for now, we're going to return you to the Kelly Clarkson Show. We'll see you soon.